Estonia are sending Vanilla Ninja to Eurovision 2026 in Vienna with Too Epic to Be True, but are they going to be karate chopping their way through the competition? Let's review Eurovision. Yes, if the name Vanilla Ninja rings a bell, it's not because it's a plain Jane or anything, it's because they have been to Eurovision before, a full 21 years ago. They represented Switzerland inexplicably in Kiev in 2005, but they are an Estonian band and they are back with a very 2005 sounding song called Too Epic to Be True. Emily, what do you make of it?
I mean, it's only in things like Eurovision where you would have a band coming back 20 years later representing a different country, and that those 20 years ago, they weren't representing the country that they were actually from. So, I mean, and also it's only in Eurovision that you're going to get a band named Vanilla Ninja. I haven't made up my mind how why I think about that. I mean, it is a very 2005 sounding song. It's very nostalgic. It's very kind of like punk, poppy, more poppy, I think, than punky. But just kind of very cheesy, fun. My actual gripe with it is its title. I just think like just don't ruin it with the word epic. It's just like it's trashing it. But like generally I think it's a very fun entry and I'll be sad when it doesn't do as well as I would like it to. But we can come on to that. But yeah, I mean, I it's very fun. It's something a bit different, a bit nostalgic. But yeah.
That's really interesting. I thought you'd hate it. I don't know why. I figured you'd just be like, ugh.
I no, no, it's quite fun. I quite like it.
It is fun. It is fun. I mean, you're right about epic because that is nobody under the age of about 50 says epic in the way in meaning cool anymore. Like it is a very 2005 band trying to be relevant today kind of word. But, and this is probably the opinion that has surprised myself the most in the 6 years of doing this channel. I actually really like this. I've been on a real journey because when I first heard it, and we always talk about first impressions because they do matter. When I first heard it, I was like, oh dear God, it's awful. Somehow they found something worse than the abysmal, evil, sinister espresso macchiato. And the vocals in that live performance, I mean, oh, there's some rust going on
What were
there.
they like in 2005?
Not
I'm now
that shit.
intrigued.
Not that shit. That something has gone askew majorly. But so I mean, objectively they need to fix that. But I was on holiday in Lisbon about 5 weeks ago, and I was walking home from a bar, and I mean, Portuguese wine is quite cheap. I'd already helped myself to a fair amount, not stolen, but you know what I mean. And I was walking back, and it came on in my headphones, and I weirdly, it was like the stars aligned like I just enjoyed it, and the nostalgia point that you make is why I think I enjoy it because there is something just it harks back to a time when everything was just not unendingly shit, and it sounds a little bit like the type of song that would be on the credits of a Lindsay Lohan film in like Freaky Friday slash Mean Girls era, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not something that would chart today, but there is a quality about it that is, you know what, it was okay back then, and there's something a bit comforting in that, I guess, and maybe that's it. Maybe it's the kind of my semi-drunk state in the middle of Lisbon has kind of made me have some sort of existential
Yeah,
crisis
it
about the
it feels
Estonian
like it
country.
very much goes alongside like a kind of coming of age film. It feels like, they're playing it when the teenage girl is like finding herself and she's got having like the big montage, like she's going around, she's sorting herself out. Like it feels like it kind of just slots right into that like late 90s, early noughties like film genre. Uh of like 10 Things I Hate About You or like Clueless or something like that. It's just
Yeah.
quite.
It's very that, and there is something comforting about it. I don't know if you think that's too much, but
No, I agree.
yeah, it is anyway. In the very first semi-final, it is performing, and as I checked furiously, it's performing ninth. So it's got Montenegro on one side and Israel on the other. So it's got a very loud song on one side, and what is undoubtedly going to be a very big televote score on the other. It might get squeezed, is my concern. Uh, I mean, what's your score out of 10, and do you think it's going to qualify?
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to say if it qualifies. I think we've had it before, and the name of the song has escaped me because it was in Danish. A couple of years ago, pink outfits,
Oh,
really
was it
fun.
the girl band? Oh
No,
no, it
the
was
three guys.
2021. 2021. It was Fear and Flam. The ones that came
That's
they
the
closed the
one.
semi-final, that's the one. I know.
That's the one. I have a feeling this could have that kind of thing, where actually it gets a bit more momentum as you get towards the semi-final to the point where it's like touch and go, and then it just misses out. Um, so I think that'll be a real shame, but I think hopefully it'll people kind of watching that semi-final will give it a little bit of love even after uh the contest. But yeah, sadly, I at the moment I'm not super optimistic about it getting through. My score personally, I'm gonna give it a 7.5. There we go.
Well, you know what? I was going to give it a 7. I'm going to give it a 7.5 as well, which is bizarre. It actually is already in the upper echelons of our rankings for 2026. But yeah, I agree. I think it faces a very steep uphill battle to qualify. It's either going to come last or be the shock qualifier of the year, and I can't quite tell. If they fix the vocals, if the vocals are as they were in that live performance, oof, no, absolutely not. This is finishing last. But I have a feeling the nostalgia factor is going to work, and if there is a shock qualifier, it'll be this. I kind of hope so. We'll see. But yeah, that's what we think. Do let us know what you think. I think by the sounds of it, based on what we've been reading, we are in the minority on thinking that this is decent. So let us know if you agree, give us your reasons, be kind, be polite, and let us know. You can listen to us, watch us wherever you get your podcasts. And if you follow us on here, subscribe, hit the bell, you'll get notified every time we upload new content. And there's still more plenty to come. We're only about a third of the way through this review season. So I mean, I feel you filled with dread when you realize how many countries there are, but geez, that is all we've got time for today. Do join us tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching.